Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Aquarius. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Aquarius, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, and most of all for showing up. Let me see here. 4 cards. The Fool. We have creation, creativity. 7 of Cups for abundance. Wanting to step off into that choice. You have many choices. You're feeling creative. You're celebrating some news about some money. So maybe you got an increase, or you've received some money coming into you, owed to you. Or you're going to receive news of money coming in, but you're celebrating, and you see that you have many choices. And you're very careful as to how you choose. You're being very cautious with your money, and that's a good thing, Aquarius. Yes, because you just came through a cycle of disappointment, or you had some betrayal. And you're really taking care of you now. Let's see, we have some more cards. So we have the end of a burden, and we have the patience. So you've been waiting for a while, and you've been very patient. You've been worried too, in the sense we're not sure if things were going to come your way, but they are coming your way, Aquarius. I don't remember if I said I thank you for liking and subscribing. Most of all for showing up. It's that kind of day or that kind of moment. And I have a dog that's making a lot of noise outside. It was so quiet earlier. I have here the 4 of Pentacles with the Lovers. So again, being very careful. Very prudent on how you choose, and waiting patiently. You're healing some kind of communication that didn't go well. But it's unavoidable. It was unavoidable. You couldn't stop that from happening, Aquarius. It's if it is a divorce settlement, if it is that you just decided you don't want to go in one way, or someone was misunderstood or misinterpreted, that is going to heal. That is going to heal. Again, this is April. We're doing April 2025. We're doing this read, just coming off of those eclipses. So you would have discovered something. Again, we have more cards just calling to me. And it's getting tight now. So you're really holding on. You're standing your ground, and you're holding back. You're not getting into any fights, and you don't want to have any regrets, because you're overcoming that. You're looking to deal with people differently. It's what this is all coming down to. And that is a good thing for the month of April, to start you off for the new year, into how you deal with people, how you speak with people, how you interpret what people say. You're paying more attention there, Aquarius. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. It means you're being a little more focused on other people rather than yourself. And it's not for everybody that's going to jive, but the point is that you see that there is consequence to actions. And here we have an offer coming, or has already come in, and you're probably thinking about it or overthinking about it. And we have crossing that is our King of Wands. So again, it's being open to ideas, and really making something out of nothing work, because that's what he does. So it's either someone's coming to you, like we saw in the first few cards, news coming of a venture, money coming in, and here's where, what do you do with it? because you have many opportunities that were opening up for you, and it is up to you to choose. See what we have at the top here. Just want to gauge and see because my space is small. Okay. So the Temperance card has come back. So it could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, or it could be that you're just wanting to get past whatever it is that took place, where you had some betrayals or disappointments, or feeling lost or left out, or having had something go wrong, because this could be an apology that you're either waiting for or you want to make, or someone is coming to give you that apology, and it is how you behave with them. So again, it is in how you speak, how you address, how you receive. And I keep seeing well, this is now, by May. If nothing takes place in April, it'll come to in May, where you'll have a decision, where you'll feel a little more open. You'll be able to express if it is that you're holding back from having a conversation, or you're waiting. Here we have our Queen of Swords. So there had to be some form of justice, or injustice, or it was honesty, or you figured out something, because this is from the past, where now someone needs to come and apologize, or you want to receive an offer or make an offer, depending on how you feel with this read. If it is you want to go and making that offer, or if someone has already approached you. But you're going back on, well, what's rooting you into this scenario here is that you've been through an ordeal of having to cut ties, or making a decision to cut ties, if you are, or you had to make that decision, or you were thinking about what you did in making that decision, because it's a process. She represents a divorcee. She represents harsh times, where being hurt by words or even truth. He can also be a very egotistical type, whether it's fire sign, Aries, Leo, or even Sagittarius. But on an egotistical side, it's very negative. And if she had to cut ties, or figure out, or demand certain truths, there must be a reconciliation that wants to happen here, because in the past there was a lot of words, and they weren't very nice. Could have been, this is where we had misunderstandings, misinterpretations, but she cuts through to the truth and waits for it. So this is where we see now maybe an apology is coming in. Again, it is your scenario that may or may not fit with this read, but the point is that we're going back into a conversation, and we're either rediscovering certain truths, or we're having a different take on the conversation in itself. And this is where we're going to make peace with that and have the patience, because she's very patient. We'll have that patience to listen and hear out the apology, if there is one, or listen to the offer that may be coming your way. Here we have our many opportunities, lots of confusion for some. So we're either deciphering what took place in the past for an apology to come, because it could be that there might have been third parties involved, confusion of some sort. Again, the conversation is just that. It's about what took place in the past, and what would have happened in the past. Could be there was an offer for many opportunities to come this way towards you, or you had the opportunity to see and understand that you may have been treated like an option, and it is up to our king here to make that apology. If you are looking at the scenarios, or if you are looking at what took place in the past where you may have been treated like an option, you're waiting for that apology to come your way. If it is that you saw that you had many opportunities, you're waiting for a little more details, because it could have been sketchy, could have been a way to deceive you out of your money. Again, she waits for the truth. She seeks out the truth. And there's patience involved here. So needing to wait for certain truths to come. She doesn't budge. She holds and she doesn't forget. Could be that you were dealing with a Libra if it is not you, Aquarius. Could be Gemini too in other instances. Could be the traits of this queen, that you are being more attentive, or you're being more meticulous in getting your information. Could be a Virgo too that you may be dealing with, or maybe you've dealt with. Either way, it's on an emotional level, so we're looking at personal relationships. Doesn't mean it's not work, because this is abundance too, in the form of having many opportunities. He could be a boss, doesn't have to be a man, could be a woman who takes on the energy of that invigorator, that innovator. Here we have the Chariot showing up, so we're looking at really changing direction, and again, pertaining to revisiting certain conversations or offers, or the fact that the offer may come in and change your life. In other words, changing the direction of your plans, which way you wanted to go. Maybe you were set on going in a certain angle, and because of the news that may be coming in, the offer itself, you may decide to change completely. For others, it could mean that there is money coming your way and you're able to purchase a vehicle. Could be that you want to travel too. You may be able to move a little further into your plans, because we also see this as the will, not just a vehicle or a journey. It could be just the essence of the desire to move forward and have that intuitive sense where you're following what you really want to do. You're able now to make that change in plans and go the way you really want to go. And this is related to Cancer. So if we're waiting for something to come, or we're wondering when we can make that change, well, we would gauge ourselves toward June time. So in a couple of months, you may feel that you are able to move forward. You may, if you're feeling tied down, if you're feeling like you're not able to move or nothing is working for you, give yourself some time. Give a little time. And with the planets shifting around, because remember, we have retrograde and we have planets going into direct too, so it's a little confusing on the up in the ether there. So as above, so below, we're not really balanced here, but we're getting there. The foothold is coming. If it is that is in the news, or if it is in the mind, if it is in the patience. Again, this means patience too. So slowly but surely, things are going to move forward for you. Aquarius, it's not like you want to move fast, but it is going to turn. Like, see, we have that Ace of Swords. I see Ace of Swords. The Knight. So coming in with that Ace of Swords. So it's a positive in the reflection off of whatever news you may be receiving, because we see that there's opportunity. There were opportunities that are coming around again, because it is that way of healing. We go back in time. We face. We don't just forget. She won't forget. This is news coming. Here you're at the point of receiving, understanding. You're recognizing. You're paying attention to what was. you're revisiting information, you're researching, or you're finding out, or you're ready to speak, depending on your situation. You're feeling like, yeah, it's opening up. Things are opening up for me. I have the possibility. I want to go further. I want to move forward. I have the ideas are coming in. So things are slowly moving forward for you. But with a lot, we say slowly moving, and we have somebody coming in real fast. So we have that Knight. So it could be that it's the momentum that's going to pick up for you, where someone is coming in quickly. Either they want an answer right away, or they're bringing in that argument that will change the direction that you're going in or planning to go in. You may be on a trajectory that you see you want, but someone else is coming. Could be an air sign, or it could be someone taking on that blaze of, I got to get this out, I got to say this, I got to tell this, I got to ideas that I need to share. Again, it's an innovator. It's someone who wants things to go in another way. It's someone who has these ideas or news for you. Either way, it's truth. Could be what you've been waiting for. Could be concerning something from the past, because they can't wait any longer. They've been held back, and they don't want to wait because they're thinking if they wait too long, you will move away. And that pretty much seems to be the directional change. They want you to change direction because you've made a decision. You've made a decision on information that you've had, and you're going. You're going with, well, if it doesn't happen, I'm going to go this way. And if it happens, maybe I'll go that way. And they want to come in and make sure that you go another way completely. Here we have another Knight. So we're really, it's in the beginning stage. Plans that may be in the works. We have a page, we have knights, we have one king, and we have a queen. The test is in this king. Is this king able to open up and be patient and really put that effort into certain ideas? Maybe there is money involved, though we don't see the pentacles here. We have a lot of ideas, and we have a lot of passion. We have the wanting to journey. We have that wanting to journey here. We have the wanting to journey here. So it could be ideas that will take us to our abundance, which may be the news that will be coming in. You're waiting for the truth. You're just researching, you're digging up information, or you're waiting for the information, or you're receiving information in the present. The environment within or around this truth is, I gotta tell it quick, and I gotta speak fast, or I got to get this information to Aquarius really quickly, or Aquarius, you have to believe me, I'm telling you the truth. The adventure in this is, do I believe? What am I going to get out of this? Am I going to gain? Am I going to lose? We're on equal ground here, the two Knights. So it could be a business venture that someone wants to start with you. Help you make money, you help them make money. You're both very eager. Could be a fire sign, could be air sign. So could be just the energy of being creative and being ready to start something, wanting to look into the future with a partnership. It is a beginning stage. So it's not something that's going to come to fruition right away, but there's still work to be done, and there's a lot of it. So wanting to work together is not a bad thing if someone approaches you. The outcome to that would be living the dream. Again, we're going back to the page. So it's really in the development stages. And here we have our Six of Cups. Sorry, Six of Pentacles. So again, it's payout. So it could be news of money coming in. Could be that you're ready to, the ideas of, okay, I get to start over. Again, we had the Fool. Seems like it's a repetition. So be very careful here, because the lesson, or as I say the lesson, the test or the lesson to be learned is through this King of Wands. And again, he is the adult version of our Knight, but with experience. So again, the experience is to be acquired. It's not completed yet. And though it is a change, it is not an easy change to make. We're looking at ventures that want to begin. We're looking at ventures that are not very easy to complete. Need backing. You need to have some form of money to back this up. So could be that we're waiting for payout to come. And here we have 10 of Cups. So we'll be happy to start. We'll be happy to start. And there's where once the payout comes in and we bring things back into the balance, whether it is by apology or by justice, giving you your fair share, you will be able to take on that venture. You'll be able to travel. You'll be able to make that journey, because something you are studying or wanting to study, or you're in the midst of deciding on what it is that you believe in, whether it is for that apology to come in and say, okay, I believe you, okay, I'll go with you, let's do this, and we go off. Or you are looking into rising above and acquiring experience through study so that you could have that business savvy, not just start a business, but going for an MBA or just aiming for classes, joining a school for business, or getting into a position where you are working and learning and getting paid for what would be a stage of effort where you work and earn and you learn as you work. So you're getting paid because it's balanced. This is where the give and take is on a fair level. It's not where you struggle and you have to work for free in order to get to learn the job. No, you get paid while you're learning, in other words, so that you can rise above, because it is in the pages and the nights where they are exercising. They're exercising their knowledge, but they're learning at the same time. So they get to exercise what they've learned by doing the job, but then they acquire more knowledge as they work. So they rise above and then graduate to become the king. This is going to help you overcome certain loss, and it's on an emotional level. So what you may be wanting to study could be to help you overcome something that you want to get past, where it was an emotional loss, someone, maybe you lost that person, and this is your way of overcoming that loss by doing the work or learning the trade that relates to that particular person. Could be a mentor, could be parent. Could be you want to study the business that that person was working with, or maybe you were working together with them, and you want to carry on where they left off, and you need to put that extra effort in, and here is where you are going to be able to, because the happiness is in, it is in the love of what you do. You see, we have the Page of Cups here with the 10 of Cups. So we're ending a cycle, we're beginning a cycle. And this is where you get to overcome that loss, that sense of loss. And here you're going to change that attitude, that feeling of, I can do this and I can earn from it. And I focus, because these focusing points here, the 2 pages, I want a new beginning. I want something, this is something I've been dreaming of, that I want to make it come into reality. I want the truth. I want to understand why this took place, or how this happened, or I want to know how to do this thing. I want to learn more about that particular subject. Again, the trade business could be, it could be that it's in business, some form of business. This is my destiny. I want to seek, I want to work, and I want to earn, and I dream of this. Again, we have the devil here. Being in control, taking that control. I want to control my destiny. I want to earn. I want to get back what was taken from me. I want to overcome the loss that I had. Now again, it could be for divorce, paying out and losing all the money. And now you have to start all over and make new money for some. Maybe that is how some of you are going to take this, where you had to pay out, you had to give over. But now you have to fall back on your talents, your learnings, your studies, what you've worked with before. You're at the beginning, because it's like the snake and ladder business, where you had everything and then you lost everything, but you have that desire and you have that anger to push you forward. See? Because I lost everything. And it's not you, this is someone else. So it could be that that innovator is someone who went through the ringer, and because they are coupling up with you now, their verve will push you into your desire to go forward. And here's where we have a new beginning. But we do it for the love of, and that is where the balance comes in, and you will earn, you will overcome, and you will be self-sufficient. So climbing back up that ladder again, having control of your destiny, and putting an end to whatever control someone else may have had over you, because that cycle is coming to an end. Disappointment is really being overcome here, where we're learning from. And again, it's not going to be so easy. It's easy to read, but the action in itself is a slow process. Not so slow that it's not going to move, but we're going to feel it, that yeah, it's starting to open up. As I started off, it's slowly coming in, slowly coming in. And then the ego, or the control, or even addiction, depending on your situation, is coming to an end, because we're overcoming it with our pages. We're understanding and we're wanting to move forward. This is where life is going to change come June. Aquarius, you're ruled by Jupiter. That is where Jupiter will be in June. See, you have the happiness, you have the sun, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Wheel of Fortune coming after our Three of Swords again. So again, we're going to go through that. We're going to go through whatever it is. We have to sort of therapeutically, we're going to measure. Again, you're learning, you're in a learning stage, you're acquiring your legs We have the 2 horses, so it's really the spirit of wanting to move forward that's going to propel you. You and someone else. Someone else is helping you. Someone else is putting that fire into you, or the wind into your wings, rather, because this is air, this is fire. So fanning the flames of the desire to have a new beginning. You have someone coming around you. Someone is there to help you. It is all in the choosing to rise above, choosing to take that leadership role, choosing to really go through what was offered, or the opportunities that may have been sabotaged in some way, because we saw the 10 of swords. Well, I saw the 10 of swords when I was pushing back the cards. And there was that 5 of swords that showed up. And we have lots of swords here. So you're dealing with mental battling, whether it was mind games, people were trying to confuse you, offers or apologies that need to happen, or an offer that you may want to try again. Not too sure, because this could be you making that effort to reach for that dream, because there was the opportunity, you had it, or it was taken, it was confused by other people, and you weren't able to go, because we have the devil here blocking your dreams. Take it as it resonates, because there is time. This is healing here. Jupiter again. It is Sagittarius that is going into Cancer. And you are going to have that opportunity come around again. Whether it is through other people, or through your own desire to move forward, or the justice system is going to pay out so that you will have the means to go a little further with what you really want. Either way, it is positive. It's a question of how you maneuver your desire, how you face what took place with that sense of patience to build that courage. Because this is not an easy move to make. Changing the direction of your life is never an easy thing to do. But it is coming your way, because you have put efforts in. We saw the 9 of Pentacles earlier in. You have put effort in. So things are going to shift. You have that desire, that sense of freedom. You're afraid that it will not come at the same time you want it to come. That is the desire. Okay? You have the help. News is coming. Could be official news. Could be someone helping you. Someone official, or someone you know. Depends on your situation. But you're studying, and you're waiting, and you're hoping, and you want this. You're paying attention to what's been going on. You're listening, and you're speaking clearly. You're trying to, or you're making efforts to hear out other people. It depends on your situation, the way the cards are going. But you are putting that effort in. You have put the effort in, and you're going to continue to put the effort in. And then it's going to count. It is going to count when you make that step forward, when you transcend from prince to king. Or you meet up with another person who says, I really want to work with you. We have the same ideas. We want to work this together. What do you say? And then you say yes. It really depends on your situation. Take it as it resonates. Here we have the seasons of the witch to help us see the change that is coming, is here, how you will maneuver, what is advice that you can have to help you through the change. Again, I always focus on this card, well, this position when I pull this, the change, the question of the change, because this will be the pivot point, and we're looking towards the Cancer season. So I'll just take a random card. Fertilizing. You see, you've done the work. You've done the work. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. And you've been mindful. That's how I started the reading. You're being more aware. Again, with our Justice card here. Our Queen of Swords. She is open, but she is very particular and very careful and very patient. Just like we have our Temperance card. So you've been creating this change that's coming along. It's your destiny. Again, we have it with the star. You see? Here you're really focused. You're focused here. I say you are because you take on this earthly expression of making money. It is your desire. You are very creative. You had many opportunities. Who knows what happened? You know what happened. If you had many opportunities or you had abundance in your hand and it was taken from you in one form or another, you're going to get it back again. Your happiness is coming around again. You're living your dream. You're not going to be stopped. That is coming to an end. Any addiction or disturbance that came into your life is going to be removed. You have put the fertilizer into where the seeds have planted, is what this is saying. It's not just food. It is what you feed your soul. So you've been thinking and you've been operating differently over a period of time since something happened. You've been a little more creative, and now you're at the point where, should I go this way? Is this going to work for me? I'm not sure, but I'm going to go anyway. And your faith in you, that you can, in your abilities, and your precision, because you are very focused, is going to take you there. And that's why I say this is not easy. It takes this much to move in a different direction. Changing your life, living your dream, or at least having the beginning of what you really want come to you. You're going to be able to start. It's how you finish in the end. It will be determined by another read. But for now, we see that the beginnings for you is very positive, Aquarius. Regardless of how you take the messages here, your month of April is a good start. It's a very good start. Looking up for you, very positive. Let's take a random spirit of the animal to see the totem within you that Spirit wants you to bring out so that you can get to where you want to go. And there it is, the eagle, mastery. Very serious. Very serious. Aquarius. You're working. You've been working. You're thinking. You're being very careful. That Five of Swords keeps coming around. And now when I see this eagle, that Five of Swords that took place in the past, whatever it was, whether it was overthinking, whether it was a fight or mind games that you had to deal with other people, certain people that keep breaking your spokes or keep blocking you from moving forward. Because you know there was a pattern, there was a repetitious pattern. Again, that's the devil, holding back, somebody either blocking you from where you want to go. Many people, one person, you decide how it fits in your story, but you were aware of that. You were able to see the unfairness. You were feeling it. You were seeing that Your happiness was being stopped, blocked, disturbed. You were aware of it. And you know what it did for you? I'll tell you what it did for you. It's fanning your fire, making you want more to get what you want. Sometimes we have to deal with the negative so that the positive can blossom. It's difficult to understand, and I hope that you can see where I'm coming from. But it takes negative people sometimes to come into our lives and really, really make a muck of things so that we could find it within ourselves to reach and rise above and really look forward to that dream and get that attitude of nothing's going to stop me because you tried to take it from me. Or maybe they did take it from you, and because they took it from you, like, you know what, I'll just do it again because I know how. Because I'm learning new trades, new tricks. I'm understanding why certain things have happened. Why certain things have come around and come around and come around again. I'm getting to understand. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Aquarius. Amazing. I'll let you sit and digest with this. Listen to this clip again if you need to. I hope that I have helped you through this reading. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Aquarius, love and light.